It was March 1946, and 167 residents of the Bikini Atoll were leaving their homes in the Marshall Islands. The area had been chosen as America's nuclear testing grounds. The U.S. dropped its first nuclear bomb there on July 1st. Its destructive power was reflected in the damage to the obsolete ships anchored in the area. This was the first time, according to the Post, that the military used drones for observation, in this case, unmanned B-17s. The war had been over for 7 months, but it was still the basis for many of the Post's articles and stories. There was a series about Wake Island's GIs who'd endured years of captivity by the Japanese, American operations in occupied China, an interview with Hitler's favorite movie maker, the homecoming of a Medal of Honor winner, even the post-war shortage of men's shirts. But the Post was also looking ahead with a series on the infant television industry. The technology was so new that the author referred to it not as TV, but tele. Budgets were minimal, the article reported. The top price for a 30-minute drama script was $25. One show was almost canceled because it lacked $15 to rent a top hat. Yet interior designers were already creating furniture that could be arranged around TV sets. Viewers tended to be disappointed the first time they saw TV, comparing it to movies. But once they accustomed themselves, they became addicted. They'd even watch old movies played out of sequence. "No matter what we do to them," said a network vice president, "we can't kill their interest in television." 2 epoch-defining events occurred this month. In Fulton, Missouri, former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill offered his view on the growing conflict between Western nations and Russia.
From Stettin in the Baltic to Trieste in the Adriatic, an iron curtain has descended across the continent.
The speech is often considered the first official acknowledgement of the Cold War. The metaphor of 1946 became a physical reality across Europe, a curtain that would not rise again for another 43 years. This month in Daytona, Florida, the Montreal Royals played an exhibition game against their parent team, the Brooklyn Dodgers. What made this game memorable was the appearance of Jackie Robinson, the first black player in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers manager had to beg city officials for permission to let Robinson play before they'd allow the game to proceed. Other cities weren't as welcoming. The Royals were locked out of several stadiums, but the color line had been crossed. There was no going back. When Robinson signed on to the Dodgers team the following April, more than half of the 26,000 people in the stands were black. Support from his white teammates helped him feel less like a racial symbol and more like a ball player. He said, "At the beginning of the World Series of 1947, I experienced a completely new emotion when the national anthem was played. This time I thought, it is being played for me as much as for anyone else." This video was brought to you by the Saturday Evening Post Digital Archives. Saturday Evening Post members can explore our 200-year-old archive and receive 6 issues of the Post print edition for only $15 a year. Subscribe today at the link below.